Senate committee is holding a hearing this morning on the financial state of the industry and the impact of consolidation. That follows yesterday's hearing on United's proposed merger with Continental. Don Carty is the former chairman and CEO of American Airlines parent AMR Corporation. He's also chairman of Virgin America. He joins us on the phone from Calgary this morning. Don, glad you could have us. Are you there?
I am, Erik. Good morning.
Excellent. Let's begin here by talking about this merger. Do you think consolidation is necessary in the airline industry? Must Continental and United merge in order to better compete with Delta Northwest?
Yeah, Erik, I'm not sure they must, but I think generally further consolidation is a good idea. The industry has been going through a restructuring now that's lasted some 30 years since the days of deregulation. And one of the things that is happening is the traditional carriers, the so-called legacy carriers, are trying to adjust themselves to the new competitive world that they found themselves in. And there are several ways for this to occur. One is the series of company failures we've seen over the years, and we've seen a lot of the old airlines go away. The other is for those that need to strengthen their networks to consolidate and rationalize in that way. I think if the industry is going to complete this restructuring process, generally consolidation of this type is a good thing.
Okay, we're talking about United and Continental. What about your former company, American? Where is this going to leave that airline?
Well, American's got a very, very good network, and I think American, up until the Delta Northwest deal, was the largest airline in the country, and I think it's got a very, very solid network, and I don't think its existence is threatened in the same way some other carriers have been in the past. And I think with some of the new international partnership deals American's done, its network remains very competitive.
Don, one of the big hang-ups in mergers like this is always what happens with the employees, seniority, etc. How significant do you think it is that the head of the pilots union came out in support of it yesterday?
I think it's very important, but I think over the years the unions have come to realize that the alternative to this kind of consolidation, as tough as it is on the employees and as tough as it is to sort out these seniority matters, is a lot better than the consequences of failures of the companies themselves, where the jobs literally disappear.
Don, one quick question for you. There is a prediction that airlines are going to make money globally this year for the first time in 3 years. What needs to happen before companies like American, Continental, United, Delta Northwest make money on a consistent basis? Is there still fundamental restructuring that needs to be done in this industry?
Well, I think we're close to most of the restructuring that has to occur being complete, particularly with the completion of the United Continental transaction. What has happened as a consequence of this kind of consolidation is there's been a reduction of capacity by the traditional legacy carriers, and that was required. There was simply too many seats chasing too many passengers out there, and the consequence was that profitability was very difficult to achieve. There has been great capacity constraint in the last couple of years. I think simply the laws of supply and demand are working. You're seeing somewhat firmer prices, and you're seeing a return to profitability. In fact, I think the U.S. carriers are a little ahead of the international carriers on getting the capacity equation right. And so I'm reasonably optimistic that the U.S. carriers will return to profitability. Now, that being said, this is a
Don, you know what?
business.
I'm afraid, Don, I'm so sorry. I'm afraid we've run out of time. We have to hit a commercial break. Don Carty, former CEO of AMR.